Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about thalamus. So what is thalamus? Thalamus is a gray matter body situated inside the brain. So we have seen previously, we have started from structure of a neuron, then we have seen the cortical layers, then we have seen the white matter fibers, and now what we are going to see is thalamus. Okay, so thalamus is one of the gray matter mass in the brain. So this is just a graphical representation I have shown here. Ideal shape is mentioned in this figure. Okay, this figure, the ideal shape of thalamus is like this. So thalamus, what it has a gray matter, and in between it has a Y shape of white matter. That why I have shown it in white color. So it is called as internal medullary lamina. This Y shape, it is called as internal medullary lamina. This one, internal medullary lamina. Okay, and as you can see, even it is a white matter, internal medullary lamina, it has some of the gray matter bodies. So some cell nuclei are there in the white matter, and these are called as intralaminar nuclei. Okay, they are called as intralaminar nuclei because they are situated in the internal medullary lamina. Okay, so we will see the parts one by one. First we will see the relations. Okay, so first you should know what is epithalamus. Everything is in the name. Epi means above, hypo means below, and sub also means below. Okay, so the epithalamus is situated posteriorly. Okay, so this epithalamus is situated posteriorly to thalamus. Okay, so I will show you. So this structure, this is the anterior part, this is posterior part. So always remember the Y, the fang of the Y, the gap, this is always represent the anterior nuclei of thalamus. Okay, and then this posterior portion which I have shown, this posterior portion which I have shown, this is epithalamus, which is a posterior part. It consists of, this is pineal gland. Okay, it consists of a pineal gland. Then this is habencular nuclei, and this joining the pineal gland and habencular nuclei, this fiber are called as habencular commissure. Okay, habencular commissure. Now we know what is commissure. We have seen it in the cortical layers video. Okay, so for now you remember epithalamus. Epithalamus is the posterior part of the thalamus which has a part of pineal gland, habencular nuclei, habencular commissure. Okay, now we will shift to subthalamus. What is subthalamus? Subthalamus are present just below the thalamus. So it is in the name only. Sub means below. They are present just below the thalamus, and then below the subthalamus there is midbrain. So you just remember the layer. First this layer, this, if this is thalamus, then below that there will be subthalamus, and then below, more below, this is midbrain. Okay, then there will be pons, then this will be medulla, and then your spinal cord. Okay, so arrangement of structure is like this in the brain. Okay, now in more detail, hypothalamus, then you will see hypo means also below. So where it is? So it is little bit anterior, and then it arises below the thalamus. That's why it is hypothalamus, but it is arising anteriorly. I will show you it in the relations image. Okay, so as I told you, the relations of thalamus we are going to see. Epithalamus we have seen, subthalamus you know, hypothalamus you know. Now we will see the relation. These two are thalami. So medially this is a structure. What is this structure? This is third ventricle. Okay, so medially both the thalami have third ventricle. Okay, and there is always a joining, this joining between two thalamus. It is called as interthalamic adhesion, through which both the thalami communicate with each other. Okay, through which here also I have shown interthalamic adhesion, okay, through which both the thalami can communicate with each other. And below this internal thalamic adhesion, there is third ventricle, okay, situated medially to the thalamus. Now the thalamus is covered with white matter sheet superiorly, okay, on the above part, that is called as stratum zonale. As you can see in this figure, superiorly it is covered with a white matter sheet which is called as a stratum zonale, and on the side also it is covered with a white matter sheet. It is called as external medullary lamina, okay. So you know it is a white matter sheet, that's why it is lamina. And this internal medullary lamina which was present inside the thalamus, and this outside covering laterally is external medullary lamina. And outside this external medullary lamina, immediately the structure is reticular nuclei. And why I am telling you this? Because reticular nuclei is considered as one of the nuclei of thalamus. That's why you should know what is reticular nuclei. So by now you should know stratum zonale is a superior white sheet covering, lateral white sheet covering is external medullary lamina, outside the external medullary lamina there is reticular nuclei. You just remember the anatomy, and then every function we will see later on. So now this I have represented the coronal section of the thalamus. For the coronal section, this is the coronal, okay. So for the coronal section you have to remember this robot, okay, because the relations are, the figure is like the robot, okay. These two eyes are the thalami, okay, this is thalamus. Then immediately we will see the lateral relations in this figure. So in the lateral relations of thalamus, there is first the structure is, first the structure is internal capsule. Here it is internal capsule, okay. Then what is this structure? This is lentiform nucleus, okay, lentiform nucleus, and it consists of two nuclei. Medially there is globus pallidus, and laterally there is, what is this structure? Putamen, okay. So there is always confusion which is medial and which is lateral. So remember it like globus pallidus is medial structure. How to remember? Remember good morning, GM. So globus pallidus is medial, okay, and preparation leave for putamen. Putamen is lateral. Either you can remember GM or you can remember PL, whichever it is, okay. So I have remembered it in the way GM. Globus pallidus is always medial. So these two, globus pallidus and putamen, are part of basal ganglia, okay. And more externally, this is the part of external capsule, okay. So these are the lateral relations of the thalamus, okay. Immediately laterally there is internal capsule, then more laterally there is globus pallidus, more laterally putamen, more laterally external capsule, okay. If we go superiorly and laterally, above and lateral, this structure which I have drawn dotted, this is caudate nucleus, okay. This is caudate nucleus, and this caudate nucleus has its own characteristic feature that its head is only visible from the front, as the later on fiber which I have drawn here by the dotted line, these fiber are situated inside. So on the figure we cannot draw them because we cannot see in the section. In the section we can see only head. So always you will see the label as head of caudate nucleus, okay. And what is this? As you can see, this structure is continuous, like this. This is tail of caudate nucleus, and again this tail of caudate nucleus is visible in the section of the brain. This is coronal section, as I already told you, okay. So above and laterally there is head of caudate nucleus. Now the main relation of thalamus to remember is medially, we know this is the third ventricle. Now as this is a third ventricle, we know from where third ventricle opens, from which structure third ventricle starts. These two are lateral ventricles from which there is opening into the third ventricle. So this is lateral ventricle, and this is also lateral ventricle. This extension I have shown, this is frontal horn, and this I have shown, okay, this is the lateral horn of lateral ventricle, this is frontal horn, okay. So above the thalamus it is related to the lateral ventricles, and above and laterally, more laterally, it is related to head of caudate nucleus, Okay, now this structure which I have shown in the gray color, this is hypothalamus. Okay, now you can imagine where hypothalamus is. As I told you, it is little bit anterior to the thalami. So these are two thalami and this is hypothalamus, and below hypothalamus there is tuberous anirium from which pituitary gland arises, which I have shown in this figure. Okay, so this is a compact structure of the relations of the thalamus that we should know, because whenever there is a tumor growing or whenever there is ischemia, all of the nearby structures are affected, so you should know the close relation. Okay, and now in the now as we go from above to below, this was third ventricle, then this is midbrain. Of course, this structure I have drawn. This is superior colliculus, this is inferior colliculus of the midbrain. Then this is the fourth ventricle. As we know, ये थर्ड वेंट्रिकल है, ये नीचे जाके ओपन होगा फोर्थ वेंट्रिकल में, एंड दीज आर द अगेन एक्सटेंशंस ऑफ द fourth ventricle. Here are foramina plusca and magendi, which are of the fourth ventricle. We will cover it in the ventricle video. So this is a complete structural relations of the thalamus. So remember this bot. Okay, I have just taken it as a reference. Okay, so now in the figure, in the brain section, now you will identify it very readily. Okay, so these are thalami. Okay, so if this is a thalamus, as more laterally, what was the structure? It was internal capsule. So look, this is internal capsule and it is a white matter structure. Okay, then there is this putamen and globus pallidus, which are again the gray matter structures. Okay, then more externally there is extreme capsule, or it is external capsule, as it is shown here. This is external capsule, then extreme capsule. So remember these relations in the sections also, you can see them clearly. Okay, so here again, if you want to see the lateral ventricle, they have also shown the lateral ventricle here. Okay, so this is thalamus, and this above structure is lateral ventricle. As I told you, it is above the thalamus. Okay, so that was lateral ventricle. Now thalamus also bears a close relationship with the hippocampus, fornix and mammillary bodies. Okay, mammillary bodies are just situated below the thalamus, like it should be somewhere here. Okay, so I am not drawing it, I will draw it later on, but and in the previous video in the cortical layers, I have shown the structure of hippocampus, femori and mammillary body in detail. So you should know this is the femori of hippocampus, and then it will go to the column of fornix here. Okay, and ultimately the mammillary body will open into hypothalamus. Remember, the mammillary body is the structure of hypothalamus. They have shown the pineal gland here, which is epithalamus. As I told you, it is the posterior structure again. Okay, habencula, they have also shown the habencula. This is habencular commissure. Okay, so all these are structure which you should remember. Now we will see the nuclei one by one. Okay, so there are basically three nuclei, three groups of nuclei in the thalamus. So this is how we draw the thalamus. This is anterior group of nuclei, then medial group of nuclei, and then lateral group. This lateral group is further divided into dorsal and ventral. Okay, in previous video I already told you ventral means anterior and dorsal means posterior. Okay, so remember this. So in these three groups we have divided the thalamus. Now we will see the anterior nuclei group of the thalamus. So the anterior nuclei group of thalamus, it receives the fiber from mammillary bodies. Okay, here I have drawn the complete structure as I was telling you in that figure. From hippocampus there will be fornix, then the columns of the fornix, then this is the hippocampal commissure. So what anterior thalamic nuclei do? It receives the fiber from these mammillary bodies. It receives the fiber from these mammillary bodies and then project it to the cingulate gyrus, and all we know what is cingulate gyrus. It is a part of limbic system. So these anterior nuclei should be concerned with emotions. Okay, it should be concerned with emotions. So very single connection, बिल्कुल complicated नहीं है. Anterior nuclei receives the fiber from mammillothalamic tract. Okay, now why it is called mammillothalamic? It is very simple. They are coming from mammillary bodies and going to the thalamus. So they are called as mammillothalamic tract. Okay, so anterior nuclei of thalamus receives fiber from the mammillothalamic tract and project it to the cingulate gyrus. Okay, and it is involved in the emotions. Okay, and this complete circuit is called as Pappes circuit, and it is for recent memory. Okay, this is very important question. Okay, so now you have understood. That's why I have drawn this fiber hippocampus, fornix and all structure, because Pappes circuit, actually the circuit starts from the cingulate gyrus itself. From cingulate gyrus it will goes to parahippocampal gyrus, and from parahippocampal gyrus it will come to hippocampus, and then it follows these all pathway and again come to the cingulate gyrus. Okay, so next is medial nuclei of thalamus. Now medial nuclei will come here, and medial nuclei will send the fiber and receive the fiber from prefrontal cortex. Now we know what is prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex is involved in the motor activity. Okay, it is involved in the motor activity, as we all know. So this you should remember कि medial nuclei जो है thalamus का, it will be involved in the motor activity. It receives fibers from all the other thalamic nuclei, so extensive connections are there, and it also receives from lentiform nucleus, means basal ganglia. Okay, so don't be confused with the term. I will explain you the term of basal ganglia. Okay, first there is a term of striatum. Okay, so what is striatum? Striatum consists of head of caudate nucleus plus putamen, that is called as striatum. Okay, then what is lentiform nucleus? Lentiform nucleus consists of globus pallidus and putamen. Okay, both of these constitute corpus striatum. Okay, and if you add to this subthalamus, substantia nigra, these all are basal ganglia. So these are the terms. Okay, what is lentiform nucleus? Lentiform nucleus is globus pallidus plus putamen. And then what is striatum? It is head of caudate nucleus plus putamen. Both of these structure are called as corpus striatum. Okay, both of these structure are called as corpus striatum, and corpus striatum with subthalamus and substantia nigra, these are called as basal ganglia. So not to confuse with the terms. Okay, so from lentiform nucleus means one of the basal ganglia, it is receiving the fibers. Okay, so medial hypothalamic nuclei, medial thalamic nuclei has connections from lentiform nucleus also. So main thing to remember about medial thalamic nuclei is it degenerates in the Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Okay, which is due to the thiamine deficiency, and it is most common in alcoholics. Okay, in alcoholics thiamine deficiency is more common, so this syndrome results in degeneration of medial nuclei of thalamus. And now you can tell me what can happen. Okay, from lentiform nucleus it is receiving means the motor activity, the automated activity will be affected. Basal ganglia has a function of automated motor activity. Okay, then it is also sending fiber to the prefrontal cortex, that will also affect it. It is also receiving fiber from other thalamic nuclei, so sensory, motor, all functions may get impaired in this syndrome. Okay, then the next is इंट्रालेमिनर न्यूक्लियाई. ओके, सो एज आई टोल्ड यू कि वहाँ पे वाइट मैटर शीट है थैलेमस में जो है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज इंट्रालेमिनर इंटरनल मेडुलरी लैमिना. द न्यूक्लियस विच आर सिचुएटेड इन दिस लैमिना आर कॉल्ड एज इंट्रालेमिनर न्यूक्लियाई, एंड लार्जेस्ट ऑफ द न्यूक्लियाई of them is one of the identifiable nuclei is there, and this is that nuclei. Okay, so from where this intralaminar nuclei receives the fibers? So this is very important, because internal laminar nuclei, they have fibers radiating to all of the cortex. As you can see in this figure, it is radiating to all of the cortex of the brain. So which fiber it receives? It receives fiber from the spinothalamic tract, which is of course sensory. स्पाइन से थैलेमस को जा रहा है, मतलब सेंसरी है. ओके, सो इट इज अ सेंसरी ट्रैक्ट. They cross at level. Okay, they don't cross in the medulla, so I have shown properly here. Then secondary, what this spinothalamic tract, they pass through reticular formation and then they come to the intralaminar nuclei and then they spread out to the brain. Okay, secondary connection that they receive is from lenticular nucleus. Again, now you know what is lenticular nucleus. So what is the important thing in these connections is that if the reticular formation is affected or the spinothalamic tracts are affected, then your internal laminar nuclei connections will be function will be impaired. Okay, so अगर ये इश्केमिया इन्फेक्शन यहाँ हो गया तो स्पाइनोथैलेमिक ट्रैक्ट सेंसेशन चले जाएंगे. रेटिकुलर फॉर्मेशन पेशेंट में गो इनटू कोमा. ओके, व्हाट इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ रेटिकुलर फॉर्मेशन? रेटिकुलर फॉर्मेशन इज सिंपली अ स्विच ऑफ स्लीप और स्विच ऑफ सेरेब्रल कॉर्टेक्स. ओके, ये तुम्हारा नींद वाला स्विच है. अगर ये चालू रहेगा तो आप जगे हुए रहोगे, अगर ये बंद हो गया यू विल फॉल asleep. Okay, so what reticular formation do? Reticular formation send its fiber through the intralaminar nuclei to wall of the cortex, and that's why we are aroused when reticular formation is active. When reticular formation is inactive, these fibers won't act, and so there is a depressed activity of the brain, and that's why we fall asleep. But suddenly if somebody pinches you or somebody touches you with the hot water, okay, you will arouse. Why? Because this spinothalamic tract, they carry touch, pain and temperature. This sensation goes from reticular formation, and from reticular formation they will go to intralaminar nuclei, and from there they will go to cortex. So they are interconnected with reticular formation, and that's why अगर किसी ने जोर से पिंच किया या पानी डाला गर्म तो हम जाग जाते हैं, we will get aroused. Okay, so remember this function of reticular formation, it is very necessary, and remember this strong connection between reticular formation and internal intralaminar nuclei. Okay, because this is a very major and important connection. Okay, now next we have seen the anterior nuclei, we have seen the intralaminar nuclei, we have seen the medial nuclei also here. Now we are left with the lateral nuclei. So lateral nuclei of thalamus. Okay, so the lateral nuclei, there are several nuclei on the lateral part of the thalamus. They are divided into dorsal part and ventral part. Okay, so I have explained this with the drawings. So ventral, of course, anterior, as I told you, that's why I have drawn ventral to the anterior and dorsal to the posterior. Okay, so there are 3 nuclei dorsally and 5 ventrally. One trick to remember this is you divide thalamus into 2 parts, and then lamus. Okay, this is 1 2 3 4 5, this is 1 2 3. There will be no confusion if you divide the thalamus word like this. Okay, so there are 3 dorsal and 5 ventral nuclei of the thalamus. So which are these dorsal nuclei? First we will see, then we will see the ventral nuclei. So dorsal nuclei, first one is lateral dorsal, second one is lateral posterior, third one is pulvinar. Okay, these 3 are posterior dorsal nuclei of the thalamus. Now we will see the ventral nuclei. Okay, which are the ventral. Okay, the ventral nuclei, these 2 I have drawn with orange color because they are concerned with motor activity, and these 3 are with different color because they are concerned with sensory activity. So we will name them. The first one is ventro-anterior, then ventro-lateral, this second one, then these 3, one is ventro-posterolateral, this one, then ventro-posteromedial, and then ventro-postero-inferior. Okay, so you will always be confused कि यार इसमें बहुत ही confusion होता है, ये lateral posterior है, ये lateral dorsal है, and then it is again posterolateral, postero-inferior. But remember this word ventral always. Okay, ventral means it is situated in the ventral tier nuclei, which is anterior in the lateral nuclei of thalamus. Okay, so we will see their functions one by one. I have explained. So first, what is the function of ventral this tier? We will see the ventral tier first, then we will go to the this lateral dorsal part. Okay, so ventro-anterior, first one, this ventro-anterior nucleus, it receives fiber from pallidothalamic tract and project it to the cortex. Okay, pallidum means lenticular nucleus, that is globus pallidus plus putamen. So ventral anterior nucleus receives fibers from globus pallidus and putamen and project it to the cortex. It also receives fiber from substantia nigra and project it to the cortex. What you understand by this? Okay, we understand by this is all these two plus this is basal ganglia. So basically you remember that ventro-anterior nucleus receives fiber from basal ganglia and project it to the cortex. Now whatever the contents are there, globus pallidus, putamen and substantia nigra, they are there. Then ventrolateral, what ventrolateral do? It receives fiber from dentatorubro-thalamic fiber and it project it to the supplementary motor area. Okay, so don't be confused. Dentato, why it is dentato? Because there is dentate nucleus in the cerebellum. Okay, dentate nucleus in cerebellum, so it starts from cerebellum, it goes to red nucleus, that why rubro means red nucleus, and then it comes to thalamus, in the thalamus ventrolateral nuclei, and then it goes to supplementary motor area. Okay, so this is the dentatorubro-thalamic pathway. So ventrolateral के लिए एक ही वर्ड ध्यान में रखना है, dentatorubro-thalamic pathway, dentatorubro-thalamic pathway. It will go to the supplementary motor area. As I told you, these two are concerned with motor activity. तो ventrolateral supplementary motor area में जाता है और ये सीधा prefrontal cortex में ही जाता है, ऊपर वाला. Okay, so these were the two main ventral anterior nucleus. Now we will see the posterior. So there is ventroposterolateral nucleus, this one. So ventroposterolateral nucleus, it receives fiber from nucleus cuneatus and nucleus gracilis. Now we know from which pathway it is from sensory pathway. तो VPL को सारे sensory fibers आएंगे. It receives sensory fiber from both the sensory ascending tracts. What do you mean by both? That is dorsal column pathway and स्पाइनोथैलेमिक ट्रैक, लेटरल एंड एंटेरियर स्पाइनोथैलेमिक, इन दोनों में से भी जो फाइबर है दोनों भी VPL में आते हैं. तो VPL क्या है? VPL इज अ सेंसरी nucleus. Okay, remember this, it like this. Then after VPL, what it do? It gives fiber to the posterior lobe of internal capsule. Through internal capsule it will go to the cortex. Okay, so ultimately जो ventral anterior में हो रहा था, directly fiber were going to cortex, but in the VPL first fiber will go to internal capsule. जैसे कि मैंने पहले भी बोला, ये जो भी ट्रैक्स है, सेंसरी रहे या मोटर रहे, थैलेमस के बाद इंटरनल कैप्सूल के बाद ही कॉर्टेक्स को जाते हैं. ओके, सो रिमेंबर दिस पाथवे. सो फॉर VPL कीवर्ड इज सेंसरी. ओके, देन वेंट्रोपोस्ट्रोमेडियल, it receives trigeminothalamic tract. Now there is only a little bit difference between these two, VPL and VPM. This is sensory fibers from body except face. Okay, except face, and here it is sensory fibers from face. Okay, so VPM is also sensory but it contains fiber from face. VPL is also sensory, it receives fibers from body except face. As we know, ये जो भी tracks है, sensory fiber, sensory ascending tracks, they don't bring any sensation from face. Okay, from sensation to the face are brought by trigeminothalamic tract. From trigeminal nerve, the fiber will come to the ventropostromedial nucleus, and from there it will go to the cortex, internal capsule, and then cortex. Okay, VPM secondary function, it also receives fiber from nucleus of tractus solitarius. Okay, tractus solitarius, and it is concerned with taste. So taste sensations are also there for VPM. टेस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ न्यूक्लियस ऑफ ट्रैक्टस सोलिटेरियस. बस ध्यान में कैसे रखना है, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट, टी फॉर टी, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट. रिमेंबर दिस टू वर्ड, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट, ट्रैक्टस टेस्ट. सो यू विल रिमेंबर कि ट्रैक्टस सोलिटेरियस इज देयर फॉर टेस्ट सेंसेशन. सो थर्ड वन न्यूक्लियाई, दैट इज वेंट्रोपोस्ट्रो इंफेरियर. ओके, हियर इट इज वेंट्रोपोस्ट्रो इंफेरियर. So it receives fiber from vestibular nuclei. And what is the function of vestibular nuclei? Vestibular function is balance and coordination. So main is balance. So it vestibular nuclei maintains the balance. So VPI के लिए क्या ध्यान में रखना है, वेंट्रो पोस्ट्रो lateral inferior nuclei, only vestibular, okay, only vestibular nuclei, and there is balance. Okay, so now to revise all the three, we will revise it here: VPL, VPM, and ventropostro inferior. So what about VPL? VPL sensory fibers, these both are sensory, okay, but this receives from body and this receives from face, okay, and this receive taste also, because face में टंग आता है ना, तो टेस्ट भी आएगा. उसके बाद VPI will be vestibular nuclei. Okay, so this was the quick revision of all the three nuclei of thalamus. Okay, for ventro anterior there we remembered the word basal ganglia, क्योंकि जो भी फाइबर आते हैं वो बेसल गैंग्लिया के आते हैं. एंड देन फॉर वेंट्रोलैटरल वी हैव रिमेंबर्ड डेंटेटोरूब्रोथैलेमिक. Okay, so this was the short revision of ventral nuclei of the thalamus. Now we will see the functions of dorsal nuclei. Okay, so in the dorsal nuclei, the dorsal tear, this is dorsal tear. In the dorsal tear, first nuclei is lateral dorsal. Remember, lateral dorsal function is equal to the anterior nuclei function. So whatever is the function of lateral dorsal will be of anterior nuclei. तो हमने anterior nuclei में क्या सीखा था? एंटेरियर न्यूक्लियाई में मैमिलोथैलेमिक ट्रैक्ट था जो यहाँ पे सेंसेशन दे रहा था, उसके बाद वो सिंगुलेट कॉर्टेक्स को गायरस को जा रहा था. ओके, सो सेम फंक्शन विल बी देयर फॉर लैटरल डॉर्सल. इट विल रिसीव फाइबर फ्रॉम mammillary body and it will project to the cingulate gyrus. Okay, so emotional function again, cingulate gyrus है तो lateral dorsal, this is emotional, considered with emotions. Okay, एक इमोजी बना देते हैं इसका तो फिर इमोशनल हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट इज lateral posterior. Okay, this is lateral posterior. It is concerned with only one connection is there, you have to remember, superior parietal lobule. Okay, so lateral posterior nucleus is concerned with the superior parietal lobule. Function of it we will see in the function of cerebral cortex video, but for this time you remember कि lateral posterior जो nucleus है वो superior parietal lobule को connected रहता है. एक ही connection है इसका और कुछ नहीं है. नेक्स्ट इज पुल्विनर. पुल्विनर इज वेरी लार्ज स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, इसके लिए मैंने उसको बड़ा भी निकाला है. एज यू कैन सी इट इज ऑलमोस्ट 3 to 4 times ऑफ दिस 2 small nuclei. So pulvinar is a very strong and largest nucleus of the thalamus. This is again come as a question. Largest nucleus of thalamus is pulvinar. Okay, and it is posterior dorsal tear group of nuclei in the thalamus. Okay, what did pulvinar do? Pulvinar main function is the sending fibers to the auditory and visual association areas. तो ये एड करता है, मदद करता है विजन और ऑडिटरी एसोसिएशन एरिया में, विच पुल्विनर. ओके, so remember the connections of pulvinar also. Main functions were auditory, visual. You know these nuclei are interconnected always, and main connection of thalamus is with basal ganglia. ये pulvinar के पास भी basal ganglia के means from lentiform nucleus it receives fibers, pulvinar also. Okay, so basal ganglia is almost always affected in any thalamic lesion. Okay, remember this because many of these nuclei are connected with lentiform nucleus and basal ganglia. Okay, so I have shown you the specific points to remember. For pulvinar it was auditory visual association area. Then for lateral posterior it was superior parietal lobule. In lateral dorsal it was emotion, same as that of the anterior nuclei. Connections are there for lateral dorsal. So we have finished up here with the nuclei of the thalamus also. Now two structures I have not told you that we will cover now is lateral geniculate body and medial geniculate body. In the above figure I have shown that here these two bodies. Now this is lateral geniculate body and this is medial geniculate body. Okay, so we know where the lateral geniculate body comes. If you have learned the visual pathway, then you know from optic tract the fiber goes to lateral geniculate body, so it is concerned with vision. Okay, देन मीडियल जेनिकुलेट बॉडी, दिस यू शुडंट बी नोइंग दिस, क्योंकि ऑडिटरी पाथवे इतना अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ते अपन लोग. तो मीडियल जेनिकुलेट बॉडी इज मेनली कंसर्न विथ योर ऑडिटरी पाथवे. ओके, वी विल सी इट इन डिटेल. So what is auditory pathway? I will tell you. So from cochlea of the inner ear, it will goes to the two dorsal and ventral cochlear nuclei. Dorsal and ventral cochlear nuclei, they have crossed fibers. Okay, right का left को जाता है, left का right को जाता है, वो exchange करते हैं fibers. Okay, so these cochlear nuclei have exchanged their fibers. From there it will go to inferior colliculi of midbrain, और midbrain के ऊपर क्या है? Thalamus. Then there is medial geniculate body attached to the thalamus, to which the fibers will come, and from medial geniculate body it will project to the auditory cortex in temporal lobe. As we know, here center for auditory function कहाँ है? Temporal lobe में. So this is the auditory pathway we should know. Cochlear nuclei से inferior colliculi, फिर medial geniculate body, फिर auditory cortex. Then we will see the lateral geniculate body also. This is very easy, as we have learned, as this everybody knows this. This is optic tract. Okay, this is optic nerve, this is optic chiasma. Okay, then this is optic tract. Okay, from optic tract here there will be lateral geniculate body, and then there will be large thalamic radiations. Optic radiation, not thalamic, it is optic radiations, and they will go to the visual cortex. Okay, ultimately to the visual cortex. So that was the pathway: nerve, chiasma, tract, lateral geniculate body, optic tract, motor cortex. Why have we written here midbrain? Because from optic tract many of the fiber goes to lateral geniculate body. Okay, this was the main pathway for vision, but pathway for pupillary reflex is different. From optic tract the fiber goes to midbrain. Okay, from optic tract the fiber goes to midbrain, and here there is center for pupillary reflex, fibers for pupillary reflex. Okay, सो ये थोड़ा सा ऑप्टिक पाथवे के बारे में ध्यान में रखना है कि विजन का जो पाथवे है वो विजुअल कॉर्टेक्स पे खत्म होता है, बट प्यूपिलरी रिफ्लेक्स का जो पाथवे है वो मिड ब्रेन पे खत्म होता है. ओके, so this was the basic. We have covered the thalamus, we know the nuclei, we know the functions, we know the proper position. Now we will just revise each and everything. Okay, so we know it is a relay station, then sensory motor behavioral function we all know. Then largest source of afferent fiber to the thalamus is cerebral cortex. Okay, cerebral cortex से जो भी आएंगे वो, the cortex is the primary destination of thalamic projections. Okay, then what is the most important point? It is important in arousal mechanism. Now you know why it is important in arousal mechanism, because many fiber, all fiber almost, come from the reticular formation to the thalamus. Okay, it is also important in memory circuits. Okay, why it is important in memory circuits? As we seen ki hippocampus, fornix, and from mammillary body, mammillothalamic tract goes from the anterior nuclei, and that's why it is also important in memory circuit. Okay, so what are relation we have seen in very detail. We know the epithalamus. I have told you in epithalamus there is the habencular nuclei, pineal body, and habencular commissure. In the stratum zonale we know it is a superior white matter sheet. Then lateral, that robot figure I have told you, remember that robot figure. Okay, then inferiorly thalamus merges with rostral midbrain tegmentum. I told you कि thalamus के नीचे क्या है? midbrain है. Below the thalamus there is midbrain. Okay, so this is that figure, just to review. Okay, so medial मैंने लिखा था, but it is on the dorsal side, so they call it as dorsomedial. So don't be confused, medial nuclei group means dorsomedial group. Okay, so medullary lamina, every nucleus have shown here: lateral geniculate body, medial geniculate body, and all of these nucleus. This is VA, this is VL, this is VPM, this is VPL. Now we know function of all. Okay, then this figure also I have shown you, and here there is a क्लियरेंस ऑफ कन्फ्यूजन की कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस पुटामेन है, उसको स्ट्रैटम बोलते हैं. उसके बाद पुटामेन और ग्लोबस पैलिडस को लेंटिफॉर्म न्यूक्लियस, एंड बोथ ऑफ दीज आर कॉल्ड एज कॉर्पस स्ट्रैटम एंड देन बेसल गैंग्लिया. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ द कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस, एज आई टोल्ड यू कि सामने सिर्फ हेड दिखता है और टेल दिखती है. तो कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस इज ड्रॉन हियर, सो यू शुड नो. आई विल शो यू हियर. previously I forgot actually to show you. This is head and this is the tail of caudate nucleus. Okay, तो ये जो सामने दिख रहा है ये हेड है इधर, और ये जो वापस आया this one is the tail of the caudate nucleus. Okay, then rest structure we know that this is thalamus and this is internal capsule, then globus pallidus and putamen. We know this is GM, globus pallidus medially, putamen laterally, both constitute the lentiform nucleus, then external capsule. Now from figure it is already clear. So this is a very clear figure showing relation of the thalamus again, that's why I have included it. We know this is thalamus. Okay, then now you label this is caudate nucleus, again this is putamen and globus pallidus. Okay, which are these fiber? Crus cerebri fiber of the midbrain. Okay, and then this substantia nigra, as you can see, they have shown below the thalamus. Okay, it is below the thalamus. Red nucleus, dentatorubro-thalamic pathway it goes, so red nucleus is also related to the thalamus. Then hippocampus we know. So everything is shown very clear. You can see corpus callosum here also, and below it there are first lateral ventricle will come. From lateral ventricle below there is thalamus, and this is the third ventricle medial to the thalamus. Okay, so intralaminar nuclei we know that they receive fiber from reticular formation, spinothalamic tract, and project it to the wall of the cortex. Okay, then one of the important thing is bilateral lesion involving the posterior intralaminar nuclei may produce a kinetic mutism. Now this is a disease. Akinetic means akinesia, he cannot move. Mutism means he cannot talk. So it is a mental state. Okay, there is no weakness, there is no pathological problem. It is a mental state. Okay, where the patient lacks ability to move or speak. Patient will not move, patient will not speak, but his eyes will see the observer, and it will goes in direction of sound also. Okay, so this was very important question. Akinetic mutism in the lesion of intralaminar nuclei, thalamic nuclei. And the largest nuclei, as I told you, largest nuclei in the intralaminar nuclei is called as centromedian nucleus. Okay, centromedian nucleus. Then this is also good figure showing the nuclei of the thalamus. Now by this figure you will understand where is the thalamus. Okay, they have shown the external structure of the brain, and they internally they have shown the thalamus. This is corpus callosum, as you all know. उसके ऊपर ये सिंगुलेट गैरस रहता है, ये कॉर्पस कैलोजम है. कॉर्पस कैलोजम के भी नीचे ये सेकंड वेंट्रिकल है, लैटरल वेंट्रिकल है, सॉरी, आफ्टर लैटरल वेंट्रिकल this structure is thalamus, and they have enlarged the thalamus here, and they have shown everything here. This is centromedian nucleus, this is internal medullary lamina, which is a white matter structure. Then your dorsal lateral nucleus, every nucleus they have shown here. Okay, so this is also a good figure to remember. Reticular nucleus, as I told you, it is outside the external lamina, and it is also shown here, reticular nucleus. Okay, so nuclei we have seen. Anterior nucleus, Papez circuit, I have told you what is Papez circuit. Medial nucleus, we know what is dorsomedial nucleus and functions of medial nucleus also by now. ऑल लिम्बिक सिस्टम से कनेक्टेड है, हाइपोथैलेमस से कनेक्टेड है, और मेन तो प्री फ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स से कनेक्टेड है. इसके लिए हमने बेजल गैंग्लिया वर्ड ध्यान में रखा था. उसके बाद लेटरल न्यूक्लियाई, वी नो द डॉर्सल टीयर, वी नो द वेंट्रल टीयर. पुल्विनार के बारे में मैंने बताया था कि इट इज़ द लार्जेस्ट न्यूक्लियस इन द थैलेमस, एंड it is concerned with the auditory and visual functions. Okay, that you should remember. And then the VPL and VPM, we know all these nuclei now, we know the function of this nuclei also. Okay, so just remember VPL में सारे sensation आते हैं, face नहीं आता. VPM में सिर्फ face आता है और tongue आता है. Okay, these both are sensory, just VPL does not involve the face and tongue, VPM involves face and tongue. Then VL coordinates with the motor system through vestibular nuclei. Okay, then next is, as I told you, dentatorubro-thalamic tract, from it is a part of cerebellum. Okay, so ventro-anterior, ventro-posterior, every nucleus we have covered. So this is again the figure, and it shows ideally the thalamus. Okay, now you see this is thalamus. ये मैंने एकदम वीडियो के स्टार्टिंग में दिखाया था कि थैलेमस का जो प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर है वो ऐसा है, गोल नहीं है, इट इज़ लाइक दिस. ओके, एंड नाउ एज यू कैन सी द स्ट्रक्चर, देन व्हाट आर द रिलेशन ऑफ थैलेमस आर शोन क्लियरली हियर. habencular trigon, it is epithalamus. Here pineal gland is there, you can see. Okay, then they have removed the corpus callosum also, cutted. Okay, क्योंकि उसके नीचे रहता है. Okay, so this was the proper diagram. Then this is the proper diagram for nuclei, showing the nuclei. This is internal internal medullary lamina, Y-shaped structure. They have clearly shown. Here it is also Y-shaped structure going. Then this is internal thalamic adhesion. Both thalami are attached to each other to internal thalamic adhesion. They have shown third ventricle also. उसके नीचे third ventricle immediately. Okay. So this again shows these two bodies, you can see how they are coming. Lateral geniculate body and medial geniculate body. Lateral था vision के साथ और medial था hearing, auditory के साथ. Okay, auditory. So remember this. Next is this figure. Okay, then why I included this figure? To show you the connection of hippocampus. Okay, so this is hippocampus. Now it will be fornix. We know from fornix there will be columns of fornix and they will open into mammillary body. Okay, so here are the thalami. Okay, this is the thalamus, and just see how it is related to the hippocampus. This is hippocampus, this is fimri of hippocampus. Okay, and then mammillary bodies will be somewhere here down in the hypothalamus. They will send the mammillothalamic tract. Okay, so again this figure पिछले वीडियो में भी देखा है. It is worth repeating this figure. You should know this structure very well. It is concerned with memory and emotion. Okay, memory and emotion. It is in the Papez circuit. Papez recent memory में आता है तो Papez circuit. Okay, so next is again I have tried to show you all the views so you can understand the relations better. Okay, again so thalamus, where it is, this is thalamus. Okay, ये उसके बाद this is internal capsule as we know laterally. उसके बाद lentiform nucleus आ जाता है, putamen and globus pallidus. They have zoomed it, that's why it is very enlarged structure they are appearing like. उसके बाद अगर हम पीछे देखेंगे तो पीछे हमें mammillary body दिख रही है यहाँ पे. Okay, it is these two are mammillary body. Then again this is third ventricle and interthalamic adhesion. Look out, this is interthalamic adhesion. Okay, these two are lateral ventricle, this and this opening into the third one, और ये interthalamic adhesion है दो thalamus के बीच में. उसके बाद third ventricle है. Okay, so now would you be able to tell in the MRI which are the structure? Okay, now you should be able to identify the thalamus. Okay, the thalamus would be here. Okay, as you can see ना बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है. इधर thalamus था, this is more zoomed, that's why they are enlarged. Here it is proper structure तो छोटा रहेगा. So here it is like thalamus will be like this. Okay, third ventricle तो दिख ही रहा है. Then putamen, globus pallidus we know, external capsule we know. Okay, so laterally what is relation of lateral to the thalamus? Again there will be internal capsule. तो ये दिख रही है यहाँ पे, this is the internal capsule. Okay, then more lateral to the internal capsule, what is the structure? Again more lateral to internal capsule is what is the structure? More lateral to internal capsule, again there is external capsule, lentiform nucleus and then external capsule. So this is globus pallidus, they have also shown this. Again the same other MRI. So lateral ventricles opening into the third one. Here where should be your thalamus. Okay, और उसके पीछे ऐसा होगा thalamus, उसके पीछे ये calcified pineal gland इसमें दिखाई हुई है. Okay, so in the MRI also you will be able to localize the structure if you know the correct detailed anatomy of the brain. Okay, so